Yo guys, Jinkies here, and today I'm bringing you guys a video on how to play Restore DK versus Disc Rogue. I'm gonna show you gear, PP talents, normal talents, and essences, and then I'm gonna get to the game. Okay, so first of all, gear. I'm running 1 haste amp, 1 verse amp, 4 gushing, and then double Surging Vitality. Total 35 corruption. It's just really important to have high verse. I get up to about 60% verse, and it's just like when you're stuck in the kidney shots, you don't die instantly, and your death strike is amplified by 60% as well. Now major, usually Reaping Flame. You can play Conflict if you want, but I like Reaping for the extra damage with the dressed Reaping combo. Minor, I like Force. And then Conflict for sure, and then you can change focusing Iris with memory or Condensed Life Force, and you can also remove this if you don't like it with memory here. But this is really nice though, in my opinion. If you guys haven't tried it out, you should try it. It's really fun with Dressed Reaping combo. Okay, so moving on to talents, Infected Claws, and then Bursting Shores and Even Fever. Asphyxia, normal. Soul Eater, Spell Eater, I mean, is really good. Wraith Walk, you could do that, but big AMS makes you able to like have your healer sit a blind sap. Like you don't use the AMS in the blind, you use it as the sap happens, and then the sap will end about the same time the AMS ends, and you can just death strike way more with the AMS up because you get running power back as he does magic damage into it. Also, you make the wound poison kind of fall off when you press it. Now, PvP talents, Trinket, Adapt, or Relentless, whichever you want. Doesn't really matter too much. But if you're not human, then obviously Trinket. Adapt isn't that bad versus Priest Rogue, as long as you don't get feared, but I've never played it. Generally just go Trinket. Abom, to get them out of stealth and just for more burst. Necrotic Aura or Decomposing or Lichborn, like any of those three are fine. And then Necrotic Strike lastly. Like you could go like double Decomposing and Necrotic Aura, and then go Conflict Major for example. And like every time you stun, interrupt or something, you'll just get another extra 450 verse, which is really nice. Anyway, let's get into the game. So before we start a game, so like the way you want to win against the rogue is generally either be cloning the rogue, the priest first, then the rogue, and then you would stun, interrupt, cast with like pet, plus mind freeze, and then you would rotate the clone over to the rogue. Then you would try to get clone DR off the priest without the priest being able to heal the rogue back to full. And that's the way you can win pretty early. It requires your druid to be very aggressive though. And then you would use Bash, Asphyxiate, and War Stomp in this case because we're Horde, to get the clones off and make them like not interruptible, so they're reliable clones. Anyways, we start. I get the rogue out, so then my druid is instantly gonna go over to the priest, stun, clone him. The rogue is too far away. He uses Freedom Sprint. I stun it, but there's no way he's gonna get that. He's gonna cloak this claw, I think, yeah. And then he's Vitality Conduit at the half clone there, which is fine. Abom gets on him. We kick Shackle, and then I'm gonna kick Shackle again, I think here. Yeah. It's just, it doesn't really matter what you kick. The point of the kick is more, he's not casting any heals. Like if I didn't kick it and he casts a penance afterwards and I kick that, like it's kind of the same thing. It does not really matter. Like you're gonna stop the cast or the healing for the same amount. Anyway, so he kidneys me, smoke bomb. I don't want to use my IVF because I'm playing Decomposing. So I only have 2 trinkets, and I want to do that when we have a good go. And I know I'm not going to die in that. I'm just going to AMS as the smoke bomb ends, and then Death Strike. Basically back to full error. He gets blinded, he didn't have the trinket, but it's whatever. The rogue is like being a bit weird with his movement. But here he does a good War Stomp. I think the rogue misclicked his step on my pet. as you guys can see over here. This is his global. He was supposed to step kick that, but he didn't get it. He gets a cheap shot afterwards though. But we already got the clone, and I get a really big dress repair. You see, can't really see well, but I got my crit proc over here. You can see it over here though, which just almost kills him. Both of them crit, obviously. That's max damage I could do. If he was a bit lower, I would have killed him, but he was pretty fucking high HP though. So anyway, he freaks out, presses evasion, priest misclicks pain suppression on himself. We clone him low here. He tries to MD it, I kick it. And I kicked the Shaman because I wasn't sure if it was going to go off at the same time. I do mess up a little bit here. I think Spurg messes up a little bit too, but we get the clone. Like Vitality Conduit, there's not much you can do. It's going to heal through pretty easily. He bashes. He's going to try to go for clone. He doesn't go for the clone. He tries to clone the rogue. So I think the rogue was dead there. But you know, it doesn't really matter. You know, it's kind of awkward without voice. And I kind of like, if you guys can see over here, my goal here honestly would be, you see, I see his cast right. I want to stop this cast, but I also want to grip him over here. If I grip him over here, the rogue is 100% dead. But I don't get it, and I think he's out of the clone. At least in my head, yeah, he's out of the clone. Now I gripped that cast because I didn't want him to get it off. But you know, ideally, I would be able to grip him over here, or at least like behind the pillars. He has to move 2 steps to change the ice on him. Now the best for me would have probably just been to be on top of the rogue, then grip the priest cast, and then festering strike the rogue, and I would have killed him faster. It's just like a misplay from me trying to be too smart when, you know, the smartest play is the simplest play. He's wrathing, so the priest is off DR here, but he's not behind, like he's not in good, like you see this pillar has a little thingy here. Now Spurge is like over here, so he's just not in line of sight because I gripped him as well, so my grip kind of fucked us pretty hard there. Now he's in line, but now he can walk, because he had to move upwards there. Yeah, it's a bit annoying, but he still dies here though. He didn't have any more cast left, you know, or instant cast, so he just dies. But we get all of that pressure basically from, you know, the opening clone, then the Warstorm cloning, a lot of mistakes on their part, but you know, you just repeat, and then you get the kill. If you can get a clone on every single stun, then obviously you'll win pretty fast. Hope you guys like that one video or one game clip. Yeah, if you like, subscribe. If you didn't, don't. Yeah, tell me if you have any comments or anything you want to know or see in another video in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Peace.